On our first day in Washington, D.C., we went to the Air and Space Museum with our friend John.
We got to see a lot of cool spaceships and aircrafts, including one that took us to the moon and an aircraft that dropped a nuclear bomb. Me and my dad got to do a flight simulation where we got to control the plane.
While they were doing that, me and my mom and my brother were doing a virtual reality of space.
One of the cool facts about George Washington's life that we didn't already know was that he was tasked with moving our nation's capital from Philadelphia to Washington, D.C. with a $0 budget. He did this by convincing the landowners of D.C. to donate half their land to the country, and he ensured them that the land that they kept would be worth more than double once the nation's capital eventually moved there. In 1799, he came down with epiglottitis, which is swelling of the throat, and unexpectedly died overnight. We are heading to the national monuments today. Luke made a bad joke.
Should be monumental.
Hey guys! Nico, were you eating something blue?
Yeah.
What was it? It is a beautiful day here on the National Mall. We came for the cherry blossoms and found a huge kite festival. There are kites everywhere. It's crazy. We joining in on the fun. This morning we went to the National Archives Museum and got to see some really important documents, and we purchased some realistic ones. You want to show them, Selah? Yeah, Declaration of Independence, Constitution, and Bill of Rights. And Selah was, what were you saying, Selah? It was kind of cool.
How literally 3 pieces of paper, like, made America or whatever.
Yeah.
Literally
was pretty
just
cool.
a piece of paper.
Right. Nico, how's it going?
Good! Look at how high mine is!
Oh my
He's
goodness.
got all his line out. He's all the way out.
Flash! Steam flash!
We've been here the whole time, and we've been like, the White House has got to be around here somewhere. Bam. It was right there the whole time. We had no idea. These cherry blossoms are insane.
In 1910, 2,000 cherry trees were gifted to the U.S. from Japan. Unfortunately, they were all diseased and we had to burn them all. But thankfully, in 1912, another 3,020 trees were given to us again, and that's when the annual Cherry Blossom Fest started. Again in 1965, another gifted 3,800 trees were sent over.
Cherry blossoms only bloom for a few days a year, so we are very lucky to catch them.
Make-A-Wish. Oh boy.
In 2022, the Wall of Remembrance was completed, listing the names of 36,574 American soldiers and 7,200 Korean soldiers that gave their life. There are also over 103,000 wounded and over 8,000 Americans that were missing.
The camera.
Hello.
Camera.
Hi, camera.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Don't be the more jet.
But first, a word from our sponsor, Stickatessa. Are you tired of those pesky Tessas stealing your shoes and even stealing your cough syrup from your own safe? Well, look no further. We have Stickatessa, a humane and reliable way to catch those pesky Tessas and even retrieve your shoes and cough syrup safely. We know you've tried so many ways of catching Tessa, such as glove-a-whammy, Balloonatron, but it never works. You've even tried the latest technology, the Whiffatron. You might have even caught the Tessa disease. Oh no! After trying so many ways of getting rid of those Tessas, but nothing works. That's why you need Stickatessa. These anymore. I use Stickatessa and I love it.
Wow, that seems like a perfectly reliable, not harmful trap. How do you dispose of the Stickatessa and where do I buy it?
You dispose of Stickatessa by simply rolling her up and throwing her outside. She'll find her way back to nature and you can grab this 1 week later. And you can buy it right here.
Wow.
Disclaimer, this product has been on the market for 14 years. May cause death or serious injury to any living thing, including plants that are within 1 inch of the Stickatessa. Please call a doctor or go to the ER immediately if you have any of these symptoms. Breathing, coughing, blinking too slow, sore throat, headache, or any other unusual or usual symptoms.
The International Spy Museum has the biggest collection of spy stuff on display for the public. Bam, bam, bam.
You're doing good.
It's hard, it's slippery. It's slippery.
Go, Tessa, go.
It's slippery.
You're
I
doing
know,
great.
it's so slippery.
After major cyber attack, investigations stop.
What do you do?
Sorry.
Feel it now a little bit better, how it moves.
Can I do it?
Try again.
Blow up the bomb.
I did it!
Close.
I was so close! Let me try now. One more time. I wanted not to hit the button. Man,
We were surprised to be able to go into the reading room in the Library of Congress because it had only ever been open to the public a couple times, and this was a pilot project, and it had never been open to anyone under 16.
We were glad we got to take a day and watch the National Treasure movies before we came to Washington, D.C., because it was fun to see where the movie was filmed in the Library of Congress before we got here.
So Gates abducts the president, lets him go, and then heads to the Library of Congress? Why?
Maybe he wants to check out a book.
The Library of Congress was created in 1800 for use by the Congress. It was never meant to be a public library. Today, it is the world's largest library. And not only is it the world's largest library, but it has got to be the most intricate building in Washington, D.C. From the floors, the mosaics on the walls, the ceilings, it was truly beautiful. On our last day in DC, we went out to see our friend Tim, who we had known since undergrad at University of Cincinnati. We'd kept in touch over the years and gotten together a few times. We hadn't seen each other in forever, and it was really cool to be able to see our kids play together, and we were just really glad we were able to make it happen.